Hi guys, welcome to this cozy, relaxing yoga practice. This practice it's just going to be soothing, restorative. It's a good one to do if maybe you've had a stressful day or you just need to stretch it out, or like me, if you just came back from a lot of tennis and need just a quick stretch out of the body. So we're not even going to move to standing. We're just going to stay down low towards the ground. Allow this to be a grounding exercise. And if you do not have one around you, I'll invite you to go find a pillow. I'm going to sit right on it to begin, finding a little lifting of the hips. And we'll begin this practice, hopefully on your pillow, because it feels good to be gentle with the body, to not always sit on the hard floor. And we'll find a comfortable seat and we'll close our eyes. And we'll start here in this Sukhasana easy pose, just by bringing some awareness to our breath. And this might be, one moment, the first time all day that you've been able to bring your awareness to your breath. First opportunity all week. So allow yourself to make some fidgety movements, to take some nice deep inhales and exhales. And then allow yourself to observe your inhalations as they travel in through the nose. As you send that fresh air to any muscles in the body, any joints, any places that might need some extra love and attention today. And we'll use our exhales to let this air go. And to release with it any physical tension, any thoughts that might have been building up this week that are negative or harming in any way. You don't need them as you sit here on the mat for these next few minutes. If you want to pick them up after this practice, they'll be there, but grant yourself this time to have a break from that. And to set an intention for practice today, I'll just invite you to ask yourself what brought you to the mat. For some of us, might always be a very physical answer. I'm looking to gain strength, I'm looking to gain flexibility, I'm looking to heal certain parts of my body. For some of us, this might be a more spiritual or mental answer. Maybe you know that when you arrive to your mat and guide your attention to your breath, you're able to find a moment of peace, of tranquility. You know that throughout our yoga practice, we're able to build and strengthen and discover the tools that help us to cope with things in our everyday life. And before we begin moving, we're going to take 3 long, deep breaths together. And we'll guide our right hand to our heart and our left hand to our belly, so we can feel the air moving through the body. Find your nice long spine. You can allow the eyes to stay closed. And we'll find 4 counts in and 4 counts out. Beginning with an inhalation for 1, 2, 3, 4, and an exhalation for 1, 2, 3, 4. Twice more on your own. We allow our inhales to fill the belly, fill the chest, lengthen the spine, the neck. And we allow our exhales to melt the shoulders down, to ground a little more deeply into the sit bones. One more breath just like that. And at the bottom of that exhale, we're going to move directly into a lovely fold. So in this cross-legged seat, we're simply going to allow our hands to travel in front of us and begin to walk the fingertips forward as we notice the kind of space we have in the spine today. And of course, you might not come all the way down to the floor. You might be pressing into the hands here. You might be pressing into the forearms. Wherever you are, you might be able to find a gentle sway of the spine. And if the forehead connects to the earth, you might be able to find a little massage for the forehead, rocking from side to side. And our next breath in, we're going to begin to walk our hands towards the right side of the body, eventually allowing the left hand to come on top of the right. The head stays released. And we find a beautiful opening along the left side of the body, creating space between the ribs. Taking one more breath like this. And inhaling to gently walk the fingertips towards the right knee. So we can allow our left hand to trap outside the right knee. Right fingertips will come behind the hips. We'll inhale to find that length in the spine, opening up the heart. And we'll exhale to gently twist the right. And we never need to crank our bodies. We can always move gently into each pose. And if it feels okay for the neck, you might be gazing over the right shoulder. We remember that each breath in grants us an opportunity to find length. Each exhale allows us to find a moment to maybe twist just a tiny bit deeper. One more round of breath like that. Inhale to gaze forward. Exhale to release the left hand behind the hips as well, extending the legs long. And just allow yourself to drop the feet in and out, to bounce the knees, to let that go in the legs. And as you move back into a Sukhasana, a nice easy pose, take the opposite crossing of the legs. So whichever leg was on top will now come to the bottom. Whichever leg was maybe in front will come behind. And our next breath will guide our fingertips forward. And gently walk the hands forward, finding another fold release. And maybe on this side it feels different. You might use this moment to observe the sensations that arise in the body here. There's no right answer. There might not even be an answer, and these things are perfectly fine. We're just exploring with each new round of breath. And our next inhale, we'll begin to walk those hands to the left side, eventually allowing the right hand to come on top of the left. And pressing the hips towards the right side as we release the forehead, release the neck, and find that amazing opening on the right side of the body. And you might feel this stretch all the way down through that right side of the hip. Next breath in, we'll begin to walk our hands towards the left knee. The right hand will connect to the outside of the knee. The left hand comes behind us. We breathe in to lengthen, to lift, and we'll exhale to find a little twist. Twisting in the opposite direction now. Again, this might feel differently than it did on the other side. And we remind ourselves that the left hand isn't a crutch, it's not a kickstand, it's just the reminder to use our core to stay lifted. Inhale to gaze forward. Exhale to release the right hand behind the left. Again, we'll extend both of our legs long. You can keep the pillow under your hips if you want, or you can remove it, whatever feels better. And we're gonna find a really relaxed fold. So the legs are gonna be extended, but the feet might be a little wider than usual. You might allow the feet to splay out. You might allow a generous bend to the knees. We're just going to take a moment to surrender, to let go, to not put too much pressure on how this posture is supposed to look. Take a breath in to roll the shoulders back, lift up the heart space, and then allow an exhale to gently guide the body forward. And you might choose here to allow the backs of the hands into the earth, palms facing up, expressing an openness, willingness to receive, or if you're looking for more of that grounded energy, you can allow the hands to press down into the floor. Observe the weight of the head, observe the stretch behind the legs, and of course if it feels better for you today to zip up those legs and maintain the length in your spine, you're more than welcome to do that. We'll take 3 more breaths here, remembering that sometimes our most challenging moments in yoga are our moments of stillness, where emotions and thoughts come up to the surface. And we remind ourselves our breath is there as the anchor to this pose, to this present moment. Our next breath in will gently stack the spine, and you can begin to walk the feet towards the body. Take a moment to wrap the arms around the legs, releasing the forehead down and just enjoying this feeling of a hug, of feeling secure, of feeling held. Maybe gently press the knees into the temples, into the third eye. And then you can choose to keep the eyes closed as you extend the arms. And carefully release all the way down to your spine. One little vertebrae at a time gets us there.
And eventually the knees can arrive into the chest. And we hug the knees in close, and maybe we rock from side to side, massaging our spine. And you can use this opportunity to drop the head completely to one side, opening one side of the neck, and then inviting the head through center and dropping all the way to the other side. Give the legs one last squeeze, and then extend both legs into the air. Point and flex your toes. Make circles of your ankles. Notice what's happening with your shoulders. See if you can release them down away from the ears, creating more length in the neck. And then you can bend the knees to release the feet onto the floor. We'll allow our right ankle to connect to the left knee. Keep the right foot nice and flexed. Interlace the hands behind that left thigh as you bring the thigh in towards the body to find an amazing opening in the right hip. So our left toes come off of the earth as we pull the legs in towards the chest, as we continue to keep the shoulders relaxed. The eyes might be closed. Enjoy one more round of breath in this deep opening of the right hip. And then you can gently release the left foot to the earth. Extend your arms nice and wide on the floor here. And exhale to release the legs towards the right, gazing over the left shoulder. Finding a really lovely twist, and if it's too much, then just bring both the knees together and then drop them to the right side. Otherwise, if this feels okay, allow yourself to feel heavy, to feel this incredible detox. A rinsing out of anything that may be holding you back this week. Creating space for joy and positivity. Inhale, the legs will come back to center. Drop the right foot down. And then invite the left ankle to come onto the right knee as we interlace the hands behind the right thigh. Head is completely relaxed, shoulders away from the ears. And we keep the left foot flexed, the right foot released. And if you're looking for a deeper opening, you might press the left knee away with the left elbow. Don't hesitate to take some big open mouth exhales if that helps you feel this release. It's an intense stretch for the outside of the left hip. Sending our oxygen there with our breaths in. And releasing any tension that we do not need to be holding on to with our exhales. We carefully allow the right foot to release into the floor. And then allow the legs to release towards the left as the gaze comes towards the right. And you can absolutely spread those arms super wide. You can cactus the arms. You can bring the knees together in a less intense of a twist. Whatever feels best for your body here. As you let all of your muscles go, reminding yourself you are supported. And perhaps choosing to repeat this mantra to yourself. I am supported. I am supported. Enjoy one more moment in this relaxed twist. And then keeping the eyes closed, our next breath in will guide the knees to the chest, wrapping the arms around the knees, pulling the knees in close to the belly, to the chest, pressing the shoulders away from the ears. We'll inhale to lift the forehead up to the knees, and we'll squeeze every muscle in our body, our face, our finger, our core. Take a beautiful deep breath in through the nose. And exhale to drop and release into a posture that you can hold for a final meditation. Please feel free to guide a pillow under your head or your knees. Take that moment to remind yourself what brought you to your mat today. There are no right answers. And make a commitment to arrive back here. Maybe tomorrow, maybe next week. Whenever you feel that need come back. I'll let you stay here for as long as you can. Allow time in this moment to let the body absorb those stretches, that gentle movement. And I look forward to seeing you next time. Thank you so much for joining. Namaste.